and my judges alongside me here. I will call them through. There are 13 obstacles on this course and it's exciting.
Here you go, Mum.
And the first one is in. This is Troyer King. Troyer King from 7/8 Kent in riding the vodka and tonic. Qualified for the Horse of the Year show. That's in Birmingham when she went to the South of England show. Ridden since she was a child, but has only started driving in the last year. Vodka is on the right, slightly smaller one, 17 years old, gelding, and here we go. New to scurrying last year, tonic on the left, only 13. Start now, there's no bell, so you're ready to go. Troyer King and her groom on the back, and you'll see the groom's working very, very hard indeed, is Chantal. So here we go, they're off. Troyer King and Vodka and Tonic. They'll go through the starting gate up on the north side of the NFU Mutual main ring, and they'll come down there going free. There's balls on the top for those who just arrived if they knock them off. Here is the very, very tricky and skillful turnaround in the box, and there's clear there. They'll take the right hand one, so they're going very well indeed. They're coming up towards the 6 now. Vodka and Tonic and Troyer King going hell for leather here, and they'll turn left-handed. Look at the groom leading out here. Chantal has to balance it off, and these little ponies need to be very careful now as they enter the chicane. And it's right about and now left about as they'll turn, and these are the smalls, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming up to the 10th obstacle. Oh, and that's beautifully ridden. That's beautifully driven, I should say. And remember, there's only 10 centimetres either side of these little scurries, and I'll tell you the history of them in a moment. So we're coming round. Do we have a time towards the finish? And I'll give you the time in just a moment as the team here, 58.87 for Troy and Chantal and Troyer King. Well done them. Next to go, Kevin Merry from Oxygen, Nuts and Bolts, and Bev, his wife, on the back here. Qualified for the Horse of the Year show at Equifest. These are all qualifiers, ladies and gentlemen. It's 7th season scurry driving, but the first with these small ponies. Trainers, horses at home in Oxfordshire, was a jockey, very successful jockey, and we need to get you going. Nuts and Bolts, 18 and 22, both bay geldings, and new to scurry. So, Kevin, it's all yours. You may start. There's no bell today, so I'll give you the start as they'll come around left-handed through the gate at the far end. So here we go. They're going to go through the starting gate as it's Kevin Merry and Nuts and Bolts and Bev on the back as they're through the first gate. Remember that there are seconds added each ball that drops, and we were into the box. He's going right about. The other little player went left about. That's very skillfully done considering they're new, and he's coming down through the 4th and now down towards the 5th and 6th. And that's in a hell of a race here, and he'll turn left-handed, he'll take the one on the far side, which is the 9th, then into the chicane, left about, and did he drop a ball there? And no penalties so far. Look at them leaning out here, Bev leaning furiously as they come up towards the 10th here, and he's got to be careful, it'll come down to time, and they all go into a final tomorrow as they come down now towards and he was a bit jiggly. Oh, he dropped the ball there as it's come off, so 5 seconds to add and through. Beautiful bodies, pick and mix. Angela the groom, her first time this year scurrying. Off you go, Karen, off you go. So here we go. Through the starting gate, the time is running. Dead accurate there. And she's clear so far. Which way she's going to go back? She's going to go left about, like Troya did earlier. That's beautifully controlled. It's a real challenge that. Now they'll charge down towards the fourth, and now the sixth coming up in front of them here. As they will turn left-handed now. Look at them, look at that. Angela leading out like mad as they go scurrying up the hill here into the chicane. And we're going left about, now right, and left again. Ooh, that seems a bit sharp, and they're going to demolish that one. So there's 5 seconds to act there. Sadly for Karen, 4 seconds to act. So here we go, as they come up through the test. So she's got to put the pedal to the metal now, these little ponies. First time this year, youngest competitor, 20 years old, and she's going to cut the corner here, but oh, that was well judged. So she's coming down to the 13, she's going to get a score here. Oh, sadly another 4 to add. 5-9-0-2. We have Jeff Osborne, ladies and gentlemen. I want to hear your voices. It's he that's brought this sport to the shows around the country. He's 87. And some years ago, he had a bad accident here in Dorset. As I was talking to him, he said he was wonderfully looked after by Dorchester Hospital. So, Jeff, you may start. Alison Osborne, Jeff's wife, is the group today. He's been doing this for 40 years, but before that, show jumping, showing, carriage driving, and this scurry was designed in his workshop in Shoreham in Bognor Regis, and Twitter and tweet. So there's Dartmoor and the Blackwell shade. So here we go, and he's taking it very steady indeed in these very special scurries that he designed. And through down now left about as he heads up the hill. He knows the stuff here, does our Jeff, into the chicane now as he comes left and now right and left again. And he's just got to get the balance there, beautifully judged. He's taking it slightly wide. He wants to get a time in here without knocking any balls down as he comes up the hill to 11. So he's just got 2 to go. He'll come down in the middle here to the 12th. And there he is, he's clear there so far. He's just got the 13th. What score is he going to get? Jeff Osborne! Clear round. Gentlemen, well done, Jeff. And now, where is she? Liz Olive from Christchurch and Dorset, just down the coast. Pinky and Perky. Groom is Nigel. Qualified already for the Horse of the Year show at the New Forest and Hampshire County Show. Came back to scurrying, she says here in the notes, after a long break, taking her children as far afield as New Zealand with the England, the Pony Club Mountain Game, and she's been driving for 15 years. These ponies are Pinky, a Welsh Cross, gelding 23, Perky is a chestnut mare 22, and both ponies are new to the Osborne scurry group. But experience, here she goes, she's underway. And that's beautifully turned out. Look at that. Look at 10 years. She's taking her time. Liz Olive. She's won here many times before. She goes through the box and now out down the run and heads downhill towards the 5th and now the 6th. And then she'll turn left-handed and up the hill. So going at a fair lift now, picking up a bit of pace. Now this is the critical business, this chicane, left about, right about. These little ponies, you can see the flying change there on the one on the left. Now Pinky doing his stuff, very experienced, up towards the 10th. And took that as a flyer. She's picking up speed as she goes through the 11th, ladies and gentlemen. Down the hill towards the 12th. This is going to be a fast time as she turns left-handed on the run-in. And they're beautifully turned out and it's a clear round. 5-7-5-4 in the 5 masses, right? And Craig runs Riverfield Fallen Stock. And Criss the mare is on the left and Palsa Gelding on the right. Both were well Section A. We saw them being judged this morning. And 14 years old. Here we go, they're through the gate. And both these ponies have been restated, by the way, since they were 6 months old, so they know them exceptionally well. As she comes down, Stacey Lee going left about in the chicane there, or the box as I should probably call it. Ooh, she's not that very fine, but she's going round at a hell of a pace now. She comes down towards the 6th, and now the 7th. She'll turn left-handed up the hill, taking a slightly narrower course there. Up the hill, beautifully accurate, now the chicane. And look at them, they're pace to pace. Look at them, they're so pretty, these two. Look, oh, they're all in unison as they come out. Oh, slightly wide there. She's going to have to put the brakes on. She does, coming towards the 10th now. As goes up the hill, and ooh, that was within an inch of the 10th. But safe nonetheless, basically. And these two little ponies, Criss and Pulse, as they come down beautifully together, and they'll complete the course. This is going to be an interesting time. 55-80, ladies and gentlemen, no penalties. She goes. Alison Osborne from Chichester. And on the back is groom Hannah Rogers, head girl of the Osborne Yard. Qualified for the Horse of the Year show at Sussex County Currents. Curry Driver of the Year. In 2019, she won all 4 classes of the Horse of the Year show with the championship, and the only person to have won all 5 titles in 1 year. Here we go. So she's quite a horseman, having been in show jumping and showing classes, and here she is going right about. This is great. My, look at that, it twisted, that was fantastic. And these little ponies, 15 years old, Woody on the left, Buzz on the right, and this is their 11th season, so they are very, very experienced, these ponies, as they come up the hill now. And that's the 8th, and now they're going to be coming into the chicane. Look at that leaning out there, as Hannah Rogers absolutely balancing, and that's very important for the group. And my goodness me, she did that well. Alison Osborne now, Chichester, West Sussex, comes steaming up the hill. This very experienced driver on fire today. She comes down the hill now. And through the 9th, and up on the clock, that was the 12th and the 13th, and my goodness me, she was fine. 5, 2, 1, 6, a new Leo. Nelson King, Rosie and Jim, the ponies. Groom is Molly, again from Kent. They started driving 4 years ago after watching Starrying at the New Forest show. First year with these ponies, and not as experienced as the others. But he's been trained by Gareth Roberts, a former Scurry champion. And these 2 little ponies, Rosie is the grey, well section A, and Jim the bay, also well section A. Rosie a little bit inexperienced in this, so Jim has been around 15 these ponies as they come through the starting gate and rattle through the first. And now the 2nd, and on towards the 3rd. Now the 4th, the box, and Nelson King taking his time, slightly wide there, whoops, and David, and he overrun around that, and he's going to have to go round, but he's playing it safe, he didn't press on, so he's going to be not as quick as the others, but he just wants to get round safely, so here we go now down the hill as the 6th. And now the 7th, and now the 8th coming up in front of us here as he steams up the hill. Nelson King and Molly and Rosie and Jim, these 2 little inexperienced ponies, but you've got to start somewhere into the chicane. He's done well, and the chicane is always a challenge. So look at the way he's looking at the 10th there as he comes up the hill. And he only did this, started doing this 4 years ago because he was so taken with it at the New Forest show. Up to the 11th, now the run down the hill. So just 2 more to go. Can he have a clear round? It'll be slow, but it's very precious that he comes round absolutely clear because he doesn't want the extra 4 seconds. And he's through. 73.06. So yes, a slow time, but no. By the 10th, Marlowe. Level 2 coach and teaches carries driving. Both ponies are Welsh section A, 17 and 19, and they're off. So Bev is on the back here as she comes steaming down. So she's done the first 3 into the box, going left to right. So now she's just stepped off, taking her time, and quite right too. Leaning out is our Bev, slightly wider corner there as they take it up the hill here, and now they pick up a bit of pace and into the series of the chicane, the ninth obstacle if you like, and they'll turn right-handed towards the tent in front of the members here as they come steaming up the hill. So we've just got 2 more to go. There's the 11th, she'll turn right-handed. Ooh, we nearly went left-handed there, but no matter, comes steaming down. And they get through this one. Oh, my goodness me, skipper to jump there, but she has navigated it very well indeed. It won't be a quick time. So, fall down, Sandy. Known as the Fashion Queen, and you can see why. Flamboyant feathers, and I love the colour of the carriage, the scurry, and her boa as it streams down her back there. It's lovely. She's been scurry racing for 22 years, and she does a lot of other things to these ponies, driving trials, and she's got a large pair and has a 4 in hand. Dutch was new to the team last year, and to scurrying. A Twyford Welsh girl named 10 years old as she comes down. And she's an experienced horsewoman. Is Criss with tear on the back, and she made short work of that. Look at that colour. Marvellous as the sun glimpses out of the sky and the fog begins to, or the mist begins to burn away as they come down. These very pretty pair of ponies going very nicely indeed. And Go, the one on the right, is an experienced scurry pony, and you can see why. Look at that. You can see he just knows. You can see his nose just following the instructions there. Here she comes. Criss Orchard comes up towards the 10th. Oh, works a bit. She cut that tight. Now she goes smack through the middle of the 11th. Just got the 12th and 13th to go. Here we go, the last one to go in the smalls for this morning. We'll see there's a ball down, so there's 4 to out here for Criss Orchard, sadly, and she gallops through. And